Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to try to get this thing running and out. It's ready now. So I'm going to back it out and run it up the hill and see how it does. Oh, it should be pretty good, I hope. I'm sure I'm going to have some kind of problems, but let's go for it. Here we go. Haven't started in a few days. Started up good. And died. Hey, look at me. First drive. Seems to be running pretty good. I'm not going to get too crazy on my first drive. Brakes feel good. I'm going to warm up a little bit. Stuck on high idle. Just playing with around this. I got to mess with the gas pedal some. There we go. It's alive! Yeah, that's right. Had it outside, running it around. So I started to go down the road with it. Forgot the camera, of course. And the brakes started getting really hard. So I think what I've got to do is the master cylinder, I don't have enough clearance in the push rod for the master cylinder. So I've got to back that off a little bit. So I hurried up and turned around and came back before I got down the steep part of the hill. I didn't want to have any funny little incidents. Other than that, it had other little things. Tried to slow down going downhill. It wouldn't go into first gear for some reason. The shifter wouldn't let it, so I got to figure out what's going on with that. It's always something. All right, let's get started on that. Okay, adjusting the master cylinder shouldn't be too tough. I did get a new battery for it. Yeah. Yeah, they give those away nowadays. Okay, now as I was going down the hill, my first drive, I just went up top of the driveway here and back down. It was fine. But I went down the hill the long way. The more I stepped on the brake, the harder the pedal got. So that tells me, pretty sure, the push rod in between the booster and the master cylinder is adjusted too tight. Should have just like a 1/16 of an inch of play. So, way to check that is to loosen up the master cylinder, pull it back. Be honest with you, I don't know if I did this or not when I originally put this in. It's been too long ago. And I don't remember. And they make a fancy, well, not a fancy, it's just a little special little tool. It's just made for this. But I think I can measure it with a depth gauge, easy enough. It's not that complicated. Actually, it's not complicated at all. I'm going to have to loosen up my brake clamp holder downers. Shoot, and fortunately, I got a bunch of them. Okay, so I got the master cylinder off, and that's the rod right there. That's adjustable. It's got a lock nut on it. So I got to measure the distance from here, this surface, back to that stud, and then from this surface back to the back of the master cylinder. Easier done than said, huh? Okay, so I tried measuring it with a caliper for the depth, and it's really awkward. So I took a little tiny piece of clay and put it on the stud here, put the master cylinder back up, bolted it up, took it back down, and I've got about a 1/16 of an inch clearance. You measure how much the little piece of clay smashes, and that tells you. So apparently that's not the problem. Interesting. When I step on the brake, first couple stops are good, then it starts getting harder and harder and harder. Let's think about this. Yeah, let's try that again. I think I got some of the bugs out of it. Uh-oh. No choke, so it's a little on the cold-blooded side. All right, it's a lot on the cold-blooded side. I'm just going to take it out the upper driveway and down the hill and back up the lower driveway. Make sure I got brakes. It's kind of a good thing to have. Seem to be working all right. Here we go. Fix the shifter. It was jamming up, wouldn't go into first gear. But I got it now. Don't want to get his shiny van all skinned up. I wonder if I have it too far advanced. Yeah, brakes are still pretty hard. Yeah, I got way too much air in these tires, that's for sure. It goes uphill real good. Yeah, brakes are real hard. Just one check. Put it in neutral. Shut it off. So hit the brake 4 or 5 times. And then start it up. Hold the brake pedal down, start it up, and see if the brake pedal should drop. It did drop. So apparently that's working. I wonder if I got the metering valve, or the proportioning valve. No, it's actually, I wonder if I have the metering valve off center. Go around one more time. It's going to start raining here any minute. That I don't want to be down on the lake, get broke down. End up having to hoof it in the rain. My knee's been bothering me. I'm not walking around very good right now. Brakes are working, but they're not locking them up. Definitely some kind of issue going on there. Holy shit. Bang. Yeehaw. Oh yeah, it'll light them up. Alright, I gotta figure out what's wrong with those brakes, because they are not up to snuff. Like right now, they're really hard. Well, back to the drawing board. Now it's running too fast. Alright, well, I got more stuff to figure out on this project. So I'm probably going to end this video here. Only because it's going to storm pretty quick. We're due to get a lot of rain right now. And I won't be able to get out on the road, I don't think. It's going to get too muddy and sloppy. And I don't want to get stuck having to walk up the hill. So, appreciate everybody watching. Check back. And we'll see what's happening. Alright, so I've been checking this out. I checked the timing. Distributor was loose, moving around, so that probably had something to do with the idle jumping around. But so I got this timing set at 10. I just want to be modest right now. The most vacuum I can get is 14 and a half. That's it. Brake boosters like 18 and better. So maybe this motor's a little more tired than I thought it was. But it still runs good. I'm not going to pull it out. I'm not going to rebuild it. So I'm thinking maybe I'll get add an extra canister to it for more vacuum volume. I can even add a little vacuum pump like I put on the 37, because it's got a real high lift cam, and it's got like 7, and it doesn't, you get 1 brake pedal, 2 at the most, and then they're gone. So that's what I'm gonna have to do with this. Awesome, well, at least I know. I couldn't figure it out. I kept checking the proportioning valve, and it's centered, it's good. What's going on? Okay, check the obvious, dummy. So that's where I'm at.